Okay, so when most Pokemon are going to fear the Charizard attack, Oricorio is like, oh, you already attacked? I wasn't paying attention, sorry. Okay, now. What's up guys, Skater here. Today I'm going to bring you the Oricorio deck. Yeah, this is the best version I can make right now, and Oricorio is pure evil. But before we get into it, don't forget to slap that pen so hard just like pens used to slap you when you were a naughty kid, and sub the channel for free for more awesome Pokemon Pocket content just like this. The guys are gonna start pumping out. Oricorio. This card is crazily good because of the ability Safeguard. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your Pokemon EX. So literally, you take no damage from all of their attacks. Well, except for one little thing that I'm gonna get into a little later. So, as you can see in the intro, Charizard wants to attack into me, but then Oricorio is just like chilling. There's nothing you can do to me. Oricorio is the boss. So with 2 energy, it actually slaps, or well, should I say, saps for 50 damage. So this guy, not bad at all as an attacker. But also, this ability just makes it godly. I mean, when I first opened this card, I was like, wow, why would they give this ability to Oricorio? Well, this ability was on Altaria in real Pokemon TCG. Anyways, let's take a look at how I... Oh, before that, I want to share, if you have not seen my Incineroar EX guide, definitely check that out. In one of the battles, I battled against an Oricorio. I almost lost, but I was able to beat this because of a little loophole in the ability. It only blocks direct damage, but if it's inflicted by status conditions, then it's not considered damage dealt by EX Pokemon. So between turns, you take poison damage, burn damage, those are counted. So with the Incineroar, I burned the Oricorio and then just chipped it to death. So yeah, that's one way you can deal with Oricorio, which actually makes me think, okay, if I put a Pokemon Center Lady into the deck, then it heals Oricorio up against those kind of damage. And of course, if you have potions, I don't think I need it, but if you are really scared of those, then put down a potion. And then Giant Cape definitely helps your survivability against between turns damage. So now let's take a look at the deck profile really quickly. Okay, maybe sometimes with just Oricorio, obviously it's great against those EX decks, right? But if they run some other Pokemon, or if they are just running some decks that has one price Pokemon only, then Oricorio will definitely suffer. But well, I guess you suck the fun out of everything before that, so you ruin a lot of people's days. So you deserve to get slapped by, small decks. Okay, but anyway, and we are running against those kind of decks that only run one price Pokemon. Well, that's where Magnemite, Magneton, and Magnezone comes in. So I don't have to introduce this to you, right? Magneton, awesome ability, Volt Charge, giving you an electric type energy every turn, and then Magnezone slaps really hard. So 2 metas ago, this was the godly card, but now it's still really, really awesome. And of course, with that 110 damage, you kill most of the one price Pokemon, unless they are stage 2 like Magnezone here. And paired with Oricorio, these guys are crazily good. And then I put in 1 communication just because I have a stage 2 line here. I want to be more consistent. But after a lot of game playing, 2 Pokemon communications is just way too much. So 1 only. 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Research, of course. They also staples in any deck. And then Cape and Helmet. Sabrina and Cyrus. And of course, as mentioned, the Pokemon Center Lady. And finally, a Mars to disrupt people. If they, magically take 1 or 2 KOs, then Mars really helps. And of course, if they go first, draw a ton of cards, but they're not able to play it yet, you can reset that to 3 cards only. So there we go. That's how good Mars is. And finally, the red just deal more damage to Pokemon EXs. Now without further ado, let's jump right into some games and see how much of a fun sucker Oricorio is. Play this deck only if you're very mean. Okay, it's the start of the season, and I guess playing this Oricorio deck is kind of a crime. Only play this if you really hate the world. Like, you want everybody to bow down to you, then yeah, play Oricorio. There's a lot of Pokemon EXs running around right now. And I would imagine that, the Pokemon EX decks are going to be top at the meta. But well, that's why Oricorio is going to be such a great counter. I think it's alright because despite how strong this card is a good balance so that people can not just brainlessly spam Pokemon EXs. They have to worry about, oh, if I only have Pokemon EX in the deck, then I just lose to Oricorio completely. So that's one of the concerns. Okay, I've got the Magneton top deck, which is always great. If you don't get a Magneton early, yeah, a lot of times you would feel like you are not doing well enough in a Magneton deck. So now, because I have the weakness here, so I'm definitely gonna start dealing some damage to the Moltres. I could potentially KO that with Magneton, even without evolving, if I chip the Moltres down enough. Okay, do you see what this guy is doing? I think I know, because he's trying to see, oh, is Rare Candy making the Charizard great? Let's test it out. And then you run into people like me running the Oricorio, because I got completely wrecked by 1. And then, well, after a couple games, I knew how I could try to counter that. That is, with the Incineroar EX burn damage, or with some of the other Pokemon that's not EX in the deck. But anyway, if you're up against an Oricorio, try to use those other Pokemon. Like, do not evolve into Charizard yet, just use the Charmeleon and try to take out the Oricorios. But anyway, when you're playing Oricorio, that's not too much to think about. All you have to worry about is, okay, when can I put Oricorio in as a shield to tank against those EXs? And if I can get a Magneton rolling early, then great. Now they got the, well, quote to quote, new Charizard. It's not the newest anymore, because there's a new patch here, but still, it is actually the newest Charizard. The new Charizard is quite formidable. It hits for 150 damage, and a lot of Pokemon, even EXs, are afraid of that attack. So now Moltres can take out my Magnemite. Yeah, and that Pokemon Center Lady was really obnoxious for me, because it heals the Moltres out of KO range of my Magneton. So if you didn't know, 60, 80 with weakness, and then 100 with red, I'm still 10 damage short. That's why I go into my Oricorio. Okay, this top deck is really great because it kind of counters the Sabrina. The Sabrina or Magneton out, we might be in a little bit of trouble. But the thing is, they don't really deal much damage without the Pokemon EXs. So I think we're good. So the Charizard has 2 energy on. Iono, I don't really mind that. Because at this point of the game, I knew I was going to win. I mean, I was very likely to win, because they only got this Charmander left to deal damage to the Oricorio. Yeah, the sad part is I cannot KO this because I don't have Giovanni in the deck. I mean, this Charmander is actually such a huge threat. So maybe switching out and killing it off with Magneton is the correct play. Yeah, this is the only threat, but not a big threat. So anyway, I think I've got the win in the back here. So with that cape, I'm very, very safe. So I'm just gonna attack in. Like, the Charmeleon cannot take me out because I'm not a Pokemon EX. You know, using red, just does not kill it. Oricorio is just so awesome. Like, okay, now they go into the Charizard and guess what they do. Oh, okay, the Dawn, not a bad play. And now, the biggest blunder of all time. Yep, trying to hit Oricorio with a Charizard. So there we go. Okay, this might not be the biggest blunder, but it's quite a big blunder. The biggest blunder would be hitting Oricorio with the old Charizard. But anyways, they concede and we have got the victory. So Oricorio, just such an awesome ability. It's going to definitely be in the meta because there's a lot of good Pokemon EXs out there. And now, let's jump into the second game and see how we torture the second victim. Okay, so this time we're starting with our Magnemite. Okay, we do get 2 Oricorios, and I've not seen a Pikachu EX for so long. I mean, it's great to see it again. Yeah, it's been out of the meta for so long. But well, seeing Pikachu, I was a little worried. Maybe it's got a lot of non-EX Pokemon at the back, so Oricorio might not be that safe. So now let's just pass. We got 2 Professor's Researchers to start with, so things are looking good. And I would like to point out one thing. Oricorio's weakness is not electric. It's actually fighting. So it's not like Zapdos, where it's electric type and is still afraid of electric types. It's actually going to give me a good matchup. And speaking of which, they do have a normal Pikachu. So I was kind of worried. Are they going to have a Raichu that can one-shot the Oricorio? Because the oldest Raichu deals 140 damage, and then you have to discard energy. But anyway, if they're running the Alolan Raichu EX, then we're safe. Because that cannot touch Oricorio anyways. So this game's really smooth for us. We got 2 Oricorios, so we can definitely counter the Sabrinas. And then Magneton comes really early, so we are able to start racking up energy. That's so good. One bad thing is we went first, so we had to waste 1 energy to swap out. Yeah, that retreat. I don't know, I just think the going first, going second thing is a little too much in Pokemon card games, especially Pokemon Pocket. But anyways, that's life. Oh, this Pikachu. It deals really good damage. But is it enough to take care of Oricorio? Maybe. It's a 3-hit KO, a 2-hit if they got 1 Giovanni. But let's hope I can get my Pokemon Center lady as soon as possible, so I can heal it up. However, the thing is, if I take out this Pikachu, then look at that deck. Pikachu EX, Pachirisu EX, those are not doing anything against Oricorio. So the only objective is to kill that Pikachu. Kill the Pikachu, keep our Oricorio alive, and that's it. If I can keep 2 Oricorios alive, I can definitely win here. So it actually doesn't matter if they kill one Oricorio and kill off the Magneton now, soon to be Magnezone. They'd still have to get through the final Oricorio. So I'm not sure if they can do it with that setup. I can save the evolution for now, I guess. So do not put down the Magnemites. Just leave the board state at that, and it should do. And guys, as you can see, by now, we still did not get off one attack. All the damage dealt was through Rocky Helmet. And if they attack into the Oricorio to take it out, they get recoiled by Rocky Helmet. So it's a 1-for-1. And then they still have to be careful, because with the Magnezone plus Red, I can take out all of their Pokemon right here, because they don't get Cape. Okay, so 1-for-1. It doesn't really matter who I bring in, I guess. So now, without a normal Pokemon, they cannot touch Oricorio, and they decided that they should concede. So, there we go, guys. This is how crazy Oricorio really is. You make people quit the game. And yeah, only play this if you are a mean person that likes to win a lot during the start of the season. So, well, I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of the games. And speaking of Rage Quit, you're gonna see one really soon. So if you have enjoyed this deck, don't forget to slap button so hard just like friends. Use this up you when you're a naughty kid. And sub the channel for free for more awesome Pokemon Pocket content. Now peace out.